Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel Internal Audit Lab by Naushin. Today I will discuss one of the important topic of Domain 2 of CI Part 1, that is organizational independence of internal audit activity. This topic will be tested in the exam in basic aspect. So let's begin the video. Let's see what Attribute Standard 1100 is saying. It is saying that the internal audit activity must be independent and the internal auditors must be objective in performing their work. So it should be remembered that independence is the aspect related to internal audit activity and the objective aspect is related to the individual internal auditor. Now, what is the interpretation of the standards? So basically, independence is such type of situation where internal audit responsibilities can be performed by the internal auditors in an unbiased manner. And to to make it possible, chief audit executive need to have a direct and unrestricted access to senior management and the board, which is defined by a dual reporting relationship. We'll be discussing about the dual reporting relationship in detail in later part. And what is objectivity? Objectivity is an unbiased mental attitude of the internal auditors, and due to this manner they have to believe that their work product, and they have to also believe that no quality compromise has been made when they perform any audit engagement. Objectivity requires that internal auditors do not subordinate their judgment on audit matters to others. Now, what is told in the Attribute Standard 1110? It is saying that Chief Audit Executive must confirm at least annually the organizational independence of the internal audit activity to the board. Here comes the dual report relationship. Dual reporting relationship has two aspects. One is functional reporting and another one is administrative reporting. So Chief Audit Executive needs to functionally report to the board or audit committee, and administratively he or she should report to senior management. And it is the functional reporting that provides the ultimate source of independence and authority, and which establishes the position of internal audit activity within the organization. Then organizational independence is effectively achieved when CE report functionally to the board or audit committee. And administrative reporting is basically relating to the day-to-day operations of the internal audit function. Now, what are the aspects of function reporting? For the sake of memorization, I have divided the function reporting into three aspects. One is related to approving aspect, one is related to receiving aspect, and another one is related to making aspect. Now, the things that are related to approving aspect are approving the internal audit charter, approving the risk-based internal audit plan, approving the internal audit budget and resource plan, and approving the decision regarding the appointment, removal, or the remuneration of chief audit executive. Then what is the thing related to receiving aspect? That is receiving communication from the chief audit executive on the internal audit activities performance relative to its plan and other matters. And regarding the making aspect, the board needs to make appropriate inquiries of management about any scope or resource limitations. So these are the example of functional reporting. Now comes administrative reporting. So it's relating to the internal audit departmental budgeting and management accounting, any HR related administration, like hiring any internal auditor, deciding their compensation. These are the example of administrative reporting. And any internal communications and internal information flow, then administration of the internal audit activities policy procedure. These are also example of administrative reporting. For example, the internal audit department wants to celebrate internal audit awareness month. So the chief audit executive prepares a budget for this celebration. Then who will approve this budget? Will the board approve the budget, or the senior management will approve? Definitely it will be approved by the senior management because it is related to administrative aspect. Now we need to remember some point. That is, we already said that Chief Audit Executive has to confirm annually the organization independence to the board, but Chief Audit Executive cannot solely determine this independence and placement. He or she needs support from board or audit committee. And it is the function reporting line which provides Chief Audit Executive direct access to the board, where he or she can discuss the sensitive matters, and it also enables sufficient organizational status. It also ensures that Chief Audit Executive has unrestricted access to the board, typically the highest level of governance in the organization. And Chief Audit Executive administratively reports to senior management, but they will not report to controller. But this senior management, I mean this senior management does not mean they will report to any controller, accounting manager, mid-level functional manager. Rather, IAA recommends that Chief Audit Executive should report administratively to Chief Executive Officer, that is CEO, so that CAE is clearly in a senior position. If CAE reports to CFO, or for example Chief Marketing Officer, then it will be a conflict of interest, because Chief Audit Executive ultimately audits the finance functions, so, or the marketing functions. So if he or she reports to a CFO or CMO, then it will be definitely impairment to organizational independence. The CE will also have the ability to contact the chair or any member of the board to communicate sensitive matters or issue anytime. Also, a private meeting should be held between the board or audit committee and the chief audit executive formally, at least annually, without the presence of senior management, where they will discuss any matters or issues. And lastly, as we are saying that Chief Audit Executive has access to the board, but what is the proof that CE has communicated, interacted with the board? It is the board meeting agenda and the minutes. So when CE will conduct any meeting with the board, there should be an agenda prior to that, and whenever any meeting is conducted, then it should be minuted, so that it will be sufficient to demonstrate that CA has communicated and interacted directly with the board. So that's all for today. I hope this will be helpful to your exam preparation. Thanks for watching.